So my first experience with the creature was when I was 7 years old. I grew up in Clokey and we lived near a wooded area. One night I was riding my bike home, just as it was getting dark. I'd been out with friends. I was riding and just heard this sound like shh, and saw something out of the corner of my eye. I didn't see it again till I was 10. I was just putting the bins out one night and heard something in the bushes. I looked over and there were these two massive red eyes looking back at me, and I felt like this connection with it, like it knew that I didn't mean it any harm. I wasn't a danger to it, and it wanted to communicate with me, but I think it just wasn't quite ready yet. I spent a lot of time in the woods growing up in Clokey, you know, as a kid, playing outside and stuff. Often when I was in the woods, I could just feel its presence. I knew it was there or had been there.
Growing up around here, you kind of always hear the stories of the monster, but obviously, just assume it's just stories. So coming home, walking home at dusk through sort of near the wooded area where you hear a lot of these stories from, all of a sudden I just felt this presence, like something was watching us. Just, you know, that sort of hairs on the back of your neck stand up. I heard this kind of shh noise coming from the undergrowth near us, and my mate definitely heard that. We both stopped and sort of looking around trying to work out what was going on, and then hear this noise again, and then suddenly this figure just glides across the path in front of us.
So finally one day I saw the creature properly. I heard that shh sound. I looked in the rear view mirror and I could see those big eyes, those big red eyes. It was about the size and shape of a person. It has like green skin, like very smooth, kind of shiny skin, quite large feet, kind of square-shaped feet, which match the footprints that I sometimes would find in the woods.
There's a footprint here, very clearly leading in this direction. These large square pads, not almost as big as a hand, and they just don't look like, you know, they don't look like any other animal's sort of footprint. And then here, there's this drag mark. The footprints stop and this just drags off.
The other thing is the shape of its head. It's got this kind of almost deformed kind of bump on its head. It turned around and just kind of glided away, making that shh sound with this smooth gliding motion.
So since then I've been a bit more of a believer, I guess. Spent a bit of time looking around and never had an encounter like that again, but have found some proof. You know, some footprints and some droppings, that sort of thing.
Just would really like to see it again. There was such a strong connection that I felt. Just wish I could see it again.